Tonight, on First at 9 this Friday the 15th of November 2024. Veni Vidi Vici. The National People's Power secures a two-thirds majority in Parliament with a commanding 159 seats in the country's Supreme Legislature. NPP goes down in history as the only standalone party to claim supermajority. Records broken. Minister Vijitha Herath secures highest number of preferential votes by a Sri Lankan parliamentary candidate. Shatters Mahinda Rajapaksa's previous record by a commanding lead. Great power, greater responsibility. New government will wield its overwhelming mandate responsibly, assures JVP General Secretary. Calls on the public to join the new government's development drive. The zero-sum game. Political freshmen in, many veterans out. Seasoned public representatives denied entry into the 10th Parliament following a commanding win by the NPP.
Chilo Dairy, Sri Lankawama Kiren Perata. ඔබේ විශ්වාසය දෙනු සෙන්සුරයින් දැන් ළඟමැති ෆාමසියෙන් ලබාගත හැක.
කන්ට පරිස්සම් කරගත්තොත් අපි පරිස්සම්.
This is Derana First at 9. Live from Studio 24 in Colombo.
Good evening and welcome to Derana First at 9. I'm Aditya Adrisinghe joining you live with the latest in Sri Lanka and around the world as Sri Lanka heads out of a historic parliamentary poll. President Anurukumara Dissanayaka's National People's Power secured a two-thirds majority in the 10th Parliament of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka by claiming 159 seats in the 2024 parliamentary election. This is the first time in Sri Lankan electoral history where a single party has secured two-thirds majority in parliament under the proportional representation system. The NPP was victorious in 21 of the 22 electoral districts, with the Batiklo district being won by the Lanka Tamil Arasukatchi party. Voter turnout for the general election was recorded at 68.93%, which meant 5.3 million eligible voters had not exercised their right of franchise this election.
Sri Lanka decides 2024.
Polling for the 2024 parliamentary election concluded at 4 p.m. yesterday. Subsequently, the first election results were released at around 8:50 p.m. The National People's Power claimed victory in the postal votes of 21 of the 22 electoral districts. The postal vote of the Batiklo district was won by the Lanka Tamil Arasukatchi. The National People's Power received 529,905 postal votes in total, while the Samagijana Balavege received 67,015. The New Democratic Front received 28,402 votes, while Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna received 16,686. Similar to the postal vote, according to the final vote tally of the 2024 parliamentary election, the National People's Power claimed victory in 21 of the 22 electoral districts, securing 6,863,186 votes in total. The National People's Power secured victory in the Ratnapura district, claiming 368,229 votes, followed by the Samagijana Balavege with 133,041 votes. Accordingly, the NPP claimed 8 of the district's parliamentary seats, while the SJB received the 3 remaining seats. The NPP also claimed victory in the Kurunegala district with 651,476 votes, while the Samagijana Balavege secured 189,394. The National People's Power secured 12 of the Kurunegala district's parliamentary seats, with the SJB claiming the other 3 seats. Meanwhile, in Kegol, the National People's Power was once again victorious with 312,441 votes, while the Samagijana Balavege trailed behind with 109,691 votes. Accordingly, the NPP claimed 7 of the seats allotted to the district, while the SJB received the remaining 2. In Anuradhapura, the National People's Power claimed victory with 331,692 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balavege came in second with 98,176 votes. The NPP claimed 7 of the Anuradhapura district's parliamentary seats, while the SJB secured the 2 remaining seats. In the one electoral district, it was the National People's Power that was victorious, claiming 39,894 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balavege trailed in second with 32,232 votes. Accordingly, the NPP claimed 2 of the electoral district's parliamentary seats, while the SJB, the Lanka Tamil Arasu Katchi and the Democratic Tamil National Alliance and the Sri Lanka Labour Party secured a seat each. Meanwhile, in the Jaffna district, the National People's Power secured a stunning victory with 80,830 votes. The Lanka Tamil Arasu Katchi fell behind the NPP, only claiming 63,327 votes, making this the first time in Sri Lankan electoral history a Tamil party failed to secure a majority in the Jaffna district. The NPP claimed 3 of the district's parliamentary seats, while ITAC, the All Ceylon Tamil Congress and the Jaffna District Independent Group No. 17 secured a seat each. In Kalutara, the National People's Power secured victory with 452,398 votes, as the Samagi Jana Balavege trailed behind with 128,932 votes. Accordingly, the NPP claimed 8 of the district seats, while the SJB claimed 2 seats, and the New Democratic Front secured a single seat. The National People's Power also secured victory in the Nuwara district, claiming 161,167 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balavege secured 101,589 and the United National Party only received 64,672 votes. Accordingly, the NPP claimed 5 of the district seats, while the SJB claimed 2 and the UNP claimed a single seat. In the Matale district, the National People's Power secured victory with 181,678 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balavege only received 53,200. The NPP claimed 4 seats from the district, while the SJB only secured 1. Meanwhile, in Trincomalee, the National People's Power claimed 87,031 votes to secure victory, while the Samagi Jana Balavege trailed in second with 53,058 votes, and the Lanka Tamil Arasu Katchi came in third with 34,168. Accordingly, 2 of Trincomalee's parliamentary seats were claimed by the NPP, while the SJB and ITAC received a seat each. In the Batiklo district, the Lanka Tamil Arasu Katchi claimed victory with 96,975 votes, while the National People's Power trailed in second with 55,498 votes. The Sri Lanka Muslim Congress came in third with 40,139. Accordingly, ITAC claimed 3 of Batiklo's parliamentary seats, while the NPP and the Muslim Congress claimed 2 seats each. The NPP's defeat to the Lanka Tamil Arasu Katchi in the Batiklo district led to Batiklo being the only electoral district in all of Sri Lanka where victory was not claimed by the NPP. Meanwhile, in Badulla, the National People's Power claimed 275,180 votes to secure victory, while the Samagi Jana Balavege trailed behind with 102,958 votes, and the New Democratic Front came in third with 36,450. Accordingly, the NPP claimed 6 of the district seats, while the SJB claimed 2 and the NDF secured the remaining seat. The National People's Power also claimed victory in the Monaragala district with 174,730 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balavege secured 62,014 votes. Accordingly, the NPP secured 5 of the district's parliamentary seats, while the SJB only received 1. In the Mathura district, it was also the National People's Power that claimed victory with 317,541 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balavege received 74,475 votes and the New Democratic Front claimed 31,009. The NPP claimed 6 of the Mathura district's parliamentary seats, while the SJB only received a single seat. Meanwhile, in Gaul, the National People's Power once again claimed victory with 406,428 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balavege trailed in second with 93,486 votes, and Sri Lanka Podu Jana Peramuna came in third with 31,201. The NPP secured 7 of the district seats, while the SJB and SLPP secured a seat each. In the Hambantota district, the National People's Power claimed victory with 234,083 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balawege trailed in second with 52,170 votes, and Sri Lanka Podu Jana Peramuna came in third with 26,268. Accordingly, 5 of the district seats were secured by the NPP, with the SJB and SLPP claiming a seat each. Meanwhile, in the Polonnaruwa district, the National People's Power once again claimed victory with 159,010 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balawege trailed in second with 43,822 votes. The NPP claimed 4 of the district seats, while the SJB only secured 1. In the Kandy district, the National People's Power claimed 500,596 votes to secure victory, while the Samagi Jana Balawege trailed in second with 145,939 votes, and the New Democratic Front came in third with 50,889. Accordingly, the NPP secured 9 of the district's parliamentary seats, while the SJB claimed 2 and the NDF claimed the other. The National People's Power also claimed victory in the Puttalam district, claiming 239,576 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balawege came in second with 65,679 votes. Accordingly, the NPP secured 6 parliamentary seats from the Puttalam district, while the SJB received 2. Meanwhile, in Gampaha, the district with the highest number of voters and returns the most members to parliament, the National People's Power claimed victory, securing 898,759 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balawege only managed to secure 150,445. Accordingly, the NPP secured 16 parliamentary seats from the Gampaha district, while the SJB received the 3 remaining seats. In Colombo, the National People's Power was victorious, securing 788,636 votes, while the Samagi Jana Balawege trailed in second with 208,249 votes, and the New Democratic Front came in third with 51,020. Accordingly, the NPP received 14 of Colombo's parliamentary seats, while the remaining 4 were claimed by the SJB. Finally, in the Digamadula electoral district, the National People's Power built on gains made in other districts and claimed victory with 146,313 votes, while the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress trailed in second with 46,899 votes. The All Ceylon Mughal Congress came in third with 33,911 votes, while the Lanka Tamil Arasukachi was fourth with 33,632 votes. Accordingly, the NPP secured 4 of the electoral district's parliamentary seats, with the SLMC, the ACMC and ITAC claiming a seat each. A total of 17,140,354 Sri Lankans were eligible to vote in this year's general election, out of which 11,815,246 exercised their right of franchise, corresponding to a voter turnout of 68.93%. Accordingly, 31.07% of eligible voters had not cast their votes, which totals to 5,325,108 voters. Out of the total votes polled, 667,240 had been rejected, bringing the number of valid votes to 11,148,006. According to the final vote tally of the general election, the National People's Power secured a 2/3 majority in the 10th Parliament by claiming 159 seats, turning a new page in Sri Lankan electoral history by securing the most amount of seats in Parliament by any party. 18 of the NPP seats will be allotted via the national list. The Samagi Jana Balawege will have 40 representatives in the next Parliament, 5 of whom will enter through the national list. The Lanka Tamil Arasukachi secured 8 seats, one of which will be a nationalist seat. The New Democratic Front received 5 seats, including 2 nationalist seats. The Sri Lanka Podu Jana Peramuna and the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress have secured 3 seats each, with each party receiving a nationalist seat. The United National Party, the Democratic Tamil National Alliance, the All Ceylon Mughal Congress, Independent Group 17 of the Jaffna district and the Sri Lanka Labour Party secured a seat each and will not be entitled to a nationalist seat. The Sarvajana Balaya, which contested in its first ever parliamentary election, secured a nationalist seat. The 10th Parliament is scheduled to convene for its inaugural session on the 21st of November, while the Cabinet of Ministers are to be appointed on the 18th of this month.
Horizon Campus 2024 Intake 2. Register now.
පිරිපුන් ජීවිතයකට ඔබ සමගින් පෙරට Union Assurance
Welcome to Cinnamon Life, South Asia's biggest entertainment hub, where awe awaits.
චන්දුරුසුමේ කාගෙන්ම අපේ සිග TV සඳහා සුපිරි ඩීල්.
Sadaharita Plantations Limited, celebrating 22 years of your trust.
Now, with several political freshmen due to claim their seats in the 10th Parliament on the 21st of this month, several other veteran politicians are slated to be denied that opportunity, having been defeated in the latest parliamentary polls. The seasoned politicians so denied include several ministers who held key portfolios during the previous government as well.
With the National People's Power winning the 2024 general election by a landslide, securing a remarkable 159 seats in Parliament, many veteran politicians failed to return to office. As a result, Susil Premajayantha and Premanath Dolavatta, who contested under the New Democratic Front, as well as Mano Ganesan and Iran Vikramaratne from the Samagi Jana Balawege in the Colombo district, lost their parliamentary seats. Retired Rear Admiral and former Minister Sarath Weerasekara, who contested under the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna in Colombo, also lost his seat, while Udayga Mampila of the Sarvajana Balaya failed to secure a seat as well. In the Gampaha district, Nimal Lansa, Nalin Fernando, Lasantala Giavanna and Kokila Gunawardena, who contested under the New Democratic Front, as well as Indika Anuruddha and Prasanna Ranavira, who contested under the SLPP, also lost their seats. Sarvajana Balaya candidates Professor Chanajaya Sumana and Milan Jayatilaka also lost in the general election. Meanwhile, Dr. Rajitha Senaratne, Piyal Nishanta and Vidura Vikramanayaka, who contested under the New Democratic Front in the Kalutara district, lost their seats. Sanjeev Edirimana, who contested under the SLPP, also lost his parliamentary seat. Former Minister and Chairman of the Maubima Janata Party, Roshan Ranasinghe, who contested from the Sarvajana Balaya in the Kalutara district, also failed to secure a seat. Mahindananda Alutgamage and Velukuma, who contested under the New Democratic Front, also lost their seats. Tissatha Nayaka and Vasantayapa Bandara, who contested under the Samagi Jana Balawege, failed to secure a seat. Dilu Mamunugama, representing Sarvajana Balaya, also lost his seat. In the Matalay district, Pramita Bandara Tenakon and Rohana Disanayaka, representing the New Democratic Front, also failed to secure a seat. Nimal Piyatissa, who contested under the United National Party in the Nuwara district, also did not win a parliamentary seat. Dr. Ramesh Patirana and Manusha Nanayakara of the New Democratic Front, who contested from the Gold district, also did not secure seats. Former Deputy Speaker Chandima Veerakkodi and Bandulal Bandarigora of the Samagi Jana Balawege also failed to win their respective districts. Meanwhile, former Minister Kanchana Wijesekara, who contested under the New Democratic Front from the Matara district, lost his seat, as did Buddhiga Patirana of the Samagi Jana Balawege. SLPP's Nipuna Ranawaka and Sarvajana Balaya's Veerasumana Veerasinghe also lost their seats. In the Hambantota district, New Democratic Front candidates Mahinda Amaravira and Ajit Rajapaksa, along with Samagi Jana Balawege candidate Upul Galapatti, also failed to secure seats. The New Democratic Front candidates in the Anuradhapura district, SM Chandrasena, Duminda Disanayaka and Ishaq Rahman, also lost their seats. Former ministers Nimal Siripala de Silva and Harin Fernando, who contested under the New Democratic Front in the Badulla district, failed to win their parliamentary seats. Dilan Pereira from the Samagi Jana Balawege and Vadivel Suresh of the United Democratic Voice also could not secure seats. Shashindra Rajapaksha, who contested under the SLPP in the Monaragala district, failed to win his seat. In the Ratnapura district, New Democratic Front candidates including former Minister Pavitra Vaniarachi, Mudita Soisa and Janaka Kumara lost their seats. SLPP candidate Premalal Jayasekara also lost his seat. In the Kegol district, New Democratic Front candidates including former Minister Ranjit Siambalapitiya, Taraka Balasuriya and Dushmanta Mitrapala also lost their seats. Sarvajana Balaya candidate Rajika Vikramasinghe also failed to secure a seat. In Kurunagala, New Democratic Front candidates including Anura Priyadarshana Yapa, Shanta Bandara and Asanka Navaratne, as well as Samagi Jana Balawege candidates Ashok Abesinghe, Tushara Indunil and Professor Charita Herat also failed to secure their parliamentary seats. SLPP candidate Johnston Fernando also lost his seat. In the Puttalam district, New Democratic Front candidates Arundika Fernando and Ashok Priyantha also failed to secure seats. Meanwhile, in the Trincomalee district, Sarvajana Balaya candidate Kapilatu Korala also lost his seat. In the Digamadulla district, SLPP candidate WWD Veerasinghe also lost his seat. Tamil Makkal Viduthalai political party candidate from Battikalo Sivanesethurai Chandrakanthan, also known as Pillayan, lost his seat. In the northern province, Jaffna district candidate M.S. Sumantiran of the Lanka Tamil Arasu Katchi and Elam People's Democratic Party candidate Douglas Devananda also failed to secure their seats in parliament. Finally, Ranjan Ramanayake and former Sri Lankan cricket captain T.M. Dilshan of the New Democratic Voice and other candidates including Sagala Ratnayake and Rosi Senanayake of the New Democratic Front as well as Daham Sirisena of the Sarvajana Balaya also failed to win their seats.
Fast track your career from O-Levels with eSoft.
After O-Levels, start your Australian degree in just 8 months with ACBT's Foundation Program. Enroll now before it's too late. Call 071 115 1234 for Colombo or 077 011 3223 for Kandy.
ඩයිබටසෝල් සීනිවලින් පරිස්සම්වන ඔබට අමතක නොවන පෝෂණය.
ප්‍රයිම් ගෲප් ලංකාවේ ප්‍රථම වතාවට හඳුන්වා දෙන ලෑන්ඩ් ලීසින් ලේසියෙන් මීටමක්.
Single 1111 up to 60% off from the 11th November to the 17th of November.
Welcome back. Now, Minister Vijitha Herath made history a short while ago by claiming the highest number of preferential votes by a Sri Lankan parliamentary candidate, securing over 700,000 votes as a Gampa district candidate of the National People's Power. He shattered the record previously held by former Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa by over 200,000 votes. And with that, here's a look at the MPs who will be representing the public in the 10th Parliament of Sri Lanka. The highly anticipated election results of the Colombo district, home to 1.7 million of the 17.1 million registered voters this election, were released this evening. According to the results, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, representing the National People's Power, recorded an astounding win backed by 655,289 votes. In the Colombo district, Chaturanga Besinghe was the second highest with 127,166 votes this election, while 125,700 votes were claimed by Sunil Vatagala. From the Samagi Janabalawegya, its leader Sajid Premadasa placed in second in the Colombo district with 145,611 votes, while fellow party members Dr. Harsha De Silva, Mujibur Rahman and S.M. Marikar secured seats from the district by claiming 81,473, 43,737 and 41,482 votes respectively. Meanwhile, Minister Vijitha Herath of the National People's Power broke the record for the most number of preferential votes received by a candidate in Sri Lanka's parliamentary election history by claiming 716,715 votes. Before the minister's new record, the record for the highest number of preferential votes obtained by a parliamentary candidate was held by former Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, who polled 527,364 votes in the 2020 general election, contesting from the Kurunegala district. From the Polonnaruwa district, candidates of the National People's Power T.B. Sarath, Jagat Vikramaratne, Sunil Ratnasiri and Padmasiri Bandara will enter parliament. Sarath claimed 105,137 votes, while Jagat Vikramaratne claimed 51,391 votes. Votes claimed by Sunil Ratnasiri were 51,077, while Padmasiri Bandara secured 45,096. The only representation of the Samagi Janabalawegya from the Polonnaruwa district is Kins Nelson, who claimed 28,682 votes. No candidate from the National Democratic Front, the Sarvajana Balaya or the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna managed to enter parliament from the Polonnaruwa district. In the Hambantota district, meanwhile, the National People's Power's Nihal Galapatti claimed the highest number of preferential votes in the district, which is 125,983. Further, Atula Hevage, who secured 73,198 votes, and Salia Madara Singha, Aravinda Vitarana, and Prabha Senarath of the NPP, who claimed 65,969, 48,807, and 42,249 votes respectively, will enter parliament from the Hambantota district. SJB's only representation from the Hambantota district will be Dilip Vedarachi, who claimed 23,514 votes. D.V. Chanika from the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna also managed to enter parliament by claiming 16,546 votes. In the Gaul district, Nalin Hevagi of the National People's Power topped the candidates with the highest number of preferential votes by claiming 274,707. Along with Hevage, 6 more NPP candidates including Ratna Gamage, who secured 113,719 votes, along with Nayanthara Premathilaka and Nishantha Samaravira, who claimed 82,058 and 76,677 votes respectively, will enter the 10th Parliament of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. Gayantha Karunathilaka, who claimed 36,093 votes, was the only candidate who will enter parliament from the Samagi Jana Balawegaya, while Chanaka Madugoda, who received 8,447 votes, will be the only candidate to represent Sri Lanka Podu Jana Peramuna from the Galle district in parliament. In the Badulla district, 6 candidates of the National People's Power managed to secure seats in parliament. Samantha Vidyaratna claimed the highest number of votes, which is 208,247. Further, Kidnan Selvaraj and Ambika Samuel, who claimed 60,041 and 58,201 votes, will represent the NPP from the Badulla district in parliament. Nayana Vasalathilaka and Chaminda Vijayasiri, who claimed 35,518 and 29,791 votes respectively, claimed their spots in parliament representing the Badulla district. From the New Democratic Front, Chamara Sampath Dasanayaka, who received 19,359 votes, entered parliament from the Badulla district. In the Matra district, Sunil Handunetti of the National People's Power claimed the highest number of preferential votes, which is 249,251. Saroja Polraj, who claimed 148,379 votes, claimed second place, while L.M. Abevikrama with 68,144 votes secured third. Altogether, 6 candidates of the National People's Power who claimed the highest number of preferential votes in the Matra district entered parliament. Meanwhile, Chatura Galappatti, who contested from the SJB, secured a seat in parliament by claiming 32,196 votes. None of the candidates who contested from the New Democratic Front, the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna and the Sarvajana Balaya were able to secure seats in the 10th Parliament through the Matra district. In the Matale district, the National People's Power secured 4 parliamentary seats. Gamagedara Disanayaka secured 100,618, which is the highest number of preferential votes claimed by a candidate in the district. Sunil Bianvila claimed 56,932, while Deepthi Vasalage of the National People's Power secured 47,482. Rohini Kaviratna, representing the Samagi Jana Balawegaya, will enter parliament as she claimed 27,945 votes. However, candidates of the New Democratic Front, the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna and the were unable to secure seats in the parliament from the Matale district. General Secretary of the JVP, Tilvin Silva, vows the new government will wield its overwhelming mandate with caution and in a responsible manner.
All Sri
Lankans, including those of the north, the east and those in the hill country, united for a single victory. 80% of government employees voted for us. Therefore, this victory is a comprehensive mandate which carries significant political weight. Politics based on privileges, nepotism and elitism and reliant on public funds is now over. We have received a mandate exceeding a 2/3 majority. Even we did not request a 2/3 majority. Therefore, we have a responsibility to use this excessive power with caution. We will not be intoxicated by the power vested in us, nor will we be overly proud about it. From this point on, we will not categorize people as winners and losers. We are all responsible to unite and revive this country that was brought to its knees. To that end, we invite everyone to join us. I believe the people were even more eager than us to clean out the parliament. Other Derana rounded off the successful coverage of the 2024 general election through Sri Lanka Decides special election coverage, which spanned 2 days and brought the most up-to-date results of the parliamentary polls. We at Other Derana thank our viewers for their continued trust in us and making Sri Lanka Decides the country's premier election coverage, topping the YouTube trending list. Since the commencement of Other Derana's special election coverage, Sri Lanka Decides 2024, Other Derana was able to disseminate the latest information regarding the parliamentary election from Studio 24 in Colombo, the largest news studio in South Asia, equipped with cutting-edge technology to deliver the latest election updates and results with live graphics. Kicking the election coverage off with Derana Aruna at 6:25 a.m., Ada Derana rendered its duty as a responsible media institution in the country by broadcasting its Sri Lanka Decides special election coverage on TV Derana and Ada Derana 24 from 8 am onwards. Using state-of-the-art augmented reality technology, Ada Derana delivered a Strive live visual representation of the allocation of seats in parliament per party as election results arrived in quick succession. Repeating the success registered at the presidential polls, Ada Derana broke through the YouTube and Facebook viewer records this election as well by topping the YouTube trending list off the back of many viewers tuning in to update themselves with the latest election-related facts, figures and opinions this parliamentary election. Further establishing the trust vested in us, FM Derana, the www.adaderana.lk website, Ada Derana's X account and its text alerts further broadened the public's access to verified election results in warp speed. Ada Derana thanks the millions of viewers, users and followers who tuned into our broadcasts and services and engaged with us throughout the span of this election and beyond.
Sri Lanka Decides 2024.
With that, we end tonight's edition of Ada Derana First at 9. Thank you for watching us. Have a great night.